اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك.
National Hajj Commission has made the necessary for your comfort.
The preparation is very good.
I'm very happy, extremely happy, because this is my first time.
And I prepare to follow the rules and regulations given to me.
اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك له. لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك لبيك الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Glad to be with you once again on the program as you answer the call. I am Rashida Abubakar, your regular anchor. Welcome. In this concluding edition of the series reviewing the 2023 Hajj exercise, we shall focus on the NAHCON Online Complaint Management System Center, which is located in its Mecca office. The system was introduced a few years ago for use by pilgrims to make complaints, if any, on services rendered to them. Our spotlight segment will focus on how the complaint center fared during the 2023 Hajj. Also in the program is Making the Hajj, a NAHCON news diary which highlights the activities of NAHCON and other stakeholders in the Hajj industry. All these and more shortly. Stay with us.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
Welcome back and thank you for being there. As usual, we'll begin the program with the news diary. Don't go away.
The chairman of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, Alhaji Zikirullah Kulle Hassan, says the commission will continue to improve the Hajj savings scheme for better Hajj management in Nigeria. The chairman stated this yesterday at the annual general meeting of the Jaiz Bank Takaful Insurance Policy. The event took place at Shehu Musa Adwa Center, Abuja. He noted that the subscribers of the Hajj savings scheme have so far realized more than 600 million naira profit.
The purpose of the Hajj savings scheme is to assist low-income earners that instead of begging for Hajj, they could save for Hajj. I must say that since we started the Hajj savings scheme in partnership with Jaiz Bank, the subscribers have earned a profit in excess of 600 million naira. And I'm sure that by the time it's stabilized and sustained, the billions of profit will certainly come.
Speaking on the Takaful insurance policy of the Jaiz Bank, Alhaji Zikirullah highlighted its benefits to Nigerians, particularly financial inclusion, calling on the bank to deploy more resources to educate the public about the Takaful insurance products.
I'd like to use this opportunity to ask Jaiz Takaful to please create more awareness and enlightenment to Nigeria, particularly also in remote areas, as so the prospect of what Takaful is meant to be.
The Jaiz Takaful Insurance is a Sharia-compliant system of insurance providing both life and non-life insurance products. Back to the Hajj house same day, NAHCON chairman Alhaji Zikirullah Kulle Hassan and his team played host to members of trustees of the Association of Hajj and Umrah of Nigeria, AHUN. Speaking during the visit, chairman of the trustees Alhaji Abdul Fattah Adeni applauded NAHCON for the successes of 2023 Hajj despite the hitches experienced, saying early preparations for 2024 Hajj will help in addressing the challenges. Alhaji Abdul Fattah also speaks on the issue of changing Muassasa, Hajj visa for tour operators, as well as citing medical outposts at apartments where pilgrims traveling with the private companies will be attended to. He then appealed to NAHCON to follow up on its request during the recent virtual meeting with officials of Saudi Ministry of Hajj and Umrah and to ask the Saudi authority to reconsider its decision to reduce the number of tour operating companies that will participate in Hajj exercise. While thanking the visitors, the NAHCON boss responded to all the issues raised by NAHCON.
We have listened to what you said, and I must say that we are in constant touch with the Ministry of Hajj, particularly as regard our request that instead of 10, we want 100. They have agreed to look into it, but you need an official document to say yes and no. And this yes and no, we will push further to be able to get to know what it is in the next few days.
Alhaji Zikirullah further states that
we will do the enlightenment. We actually have started, but I think it's not loud enough. Basically, we need to constantly remind people the Hajj fare has it's going to be high, but the time is slow. We are at our own level. We also do some advocacy level to some governors. And we use our visit to the governors to make as much pass the message out when we visit the different states. We will have to do advocacy visit to the governors of the state to help us to also inform that this is the reality that we'll have to face.
Highlights of the event was the presentation of NAHCON publications to the trustees. The BOT chairman sheds light during an interview after the visit.
The Saudi authorities have also come up with policies. Last year, we had about 265 tour companies that took people to Hajj. But Saudi authorities are now asking that this be reduced to 10. When the modality for merging collaboration from 265 to 10 is better in merging. Therefore, we felt there is a need for us to discuss with the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria so that we can look at what we can do to be able to allow this to occur. Because if the policy still is 10, then there's definitely, inevitably, there will be collaboration, which may even lead to merger of companies.
With preparations for 2024 Hajj underway, Bauchi State Pilgrims Welfare Board has set 31st of December 2023 as deadline for the collections of 2024 Hajj deposits. The Executive Secretary of the board, Imam Abdurrahman Ibrahim, stated this in Bauchi recently while answering questions from journalists. He said intending pilgrims are at liberty to keep initial deposit of 3 million naira pending final announcement of the Hajj fare by NAHCON. Imam Abdurrahman directed intending pilgrims to pay through the Hajj savings scheme as the board has transferred its pay point to the scheme. He further added that priority will be accorded to those who could not make it to the last Hajj, noting that for newcomers, they will be treated on first-come, first-served basis. NAHCON recently allocated 3,364 Hajj slots to Bauchi State for the 2024 Hajj.
Alhamdulillah. If you are just tuning in, the program is As You Answer the Call, sponsored by the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, to keep you informed about the activities of the Commission and other Hajj-related matters. During the 2023 Hajj, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, activated its Situation Room in order to ensure that pilgrims enjoy their stay during the Hajj. How does the Situation Room operate? Are pilgrims aware of the online services and are taking advantage of its existence? How did it impact on the 2023 Hajj? Answers to these and other questions will form the thrust of our Spotlight segment. Don't go away.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك.
When in 2017, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, activated its Situation Room in Mecca, The idea was to deploy the use of information communication technology, ICT, in its operations towards ensuring efficiency in service delivery. The online system, known as Complaint Management System, monitors service rendered to pilgrims during the Hajj, among other things.
The NAHCON ICT, at the same time, also / call center, is responsible for, I would say, in a holistic manner, you can say it's responsible for two tasks. One, to ensure pilgrim satisfaction, and secondly, to ensure efficiency in Hajj operation for both NAHCON staff, officials, and other stakeholders. So that is an overview of our general goal or purpose.
The Situation Room, where NAHCON help desk assistants handle pilgrims' inquiries, requests, and complaints on services such as feeding, accommodation facilities, healthcare services, tents facilities in Mina and Arafah, transport arrangements, and luggage management.
The NAHCON ICT / call center has what a system called the complaint management system that runs together alongside with the call center. Now, the complaint management system is a system built up to manage all the various classes of complaint that could possibly come up during the Hajj operation. Now, an example of such complaints are, we've categorized them into various classes, like we have complaints that might arise from visa and consular issues.
In carrying out this responsibility in the course of the Hajj exercise, the Situation Room deploys the use of two applications, namely e-Directorate and the Global Positioning System application, known as GPS.
The GPS application's purpose is to navigate everybody, both officials and pilgrims, to the various sites, religious sites, accommodations, and any strategic location which we believe is important to the person concerned. So this GPS application is available on NAHCON's website. It's free. Anybody that has the link can quickly go there. And I think we've also circulated a little demo on how that application can be accessed. So that's what the application does. The other application we call the e-Directorate. The e-Directorate is actually like what we call yellow pages or repository of information of all stakeholders, heads of committees. We even have Saudi officials, some officials like the Muassasa, the field offices. We have their contacts on the e-Directorate.
In addition to this, the NAHCON Situation Room uses a dedicated number assigned to the call center to enable pilgrims, officials, and other stakeholders to call. To make it easier for pilgrims to call the Situation Room, NAHCON ensures that Nigerian pilgrims know the number to call. Similarly, when making the call, NAHCON makes arrangements to ensure that differences in language do not become a barrier between pilgrims and officials.
Usually what we do is the ICT team are usually deployed early before the pilgrims are being received in the kingdom. Immediately we come, the ICT now deploy the call center. Banners are being created, are being designed and developed. So these banners and flyers will be passed across all the various state accommodations. And while we are doing this, while we are circulating these banners and flyers, we engage the state officials and tell them that this service is available and they can reach out to the commission through this service.
Throughout the stay of Nigerian pilgrims in Mina and Arafah, the Situation Room handled over 600 cases involving different services.
Total of 143 inquiries.
Head of ICT at NAHCON, Suleiman Abdullahi, while making presentation at the post-Arafah meeting recently, highlighted some of the inquiries and requests made by pilgrims at Mashayir.
We recorded on the first day of Mashayir, on the 8th of Hajj, we recorded 689 incidences from various categories. Some pilgrims requested for mattress, some requested for tent spaces, some inquiry for the church card, where they can get a church card.
The ICT helpsman further states that
Then we have medical emergency on the first day. only 2 requests on the call center. Next slide. Then for the second day, that's the Arafat day, we recorded 10th issue 115. We recorded complaint on food 12. Then request for cleaning location 4. Total of 143 inquiries on the second day. Then for the third day, after that general period, we recorded up to 400 inquiries. We have highest recorded of 10 locations. That is the people who went to Jamrat and they cannot be able to locate their tents. We have like 259, both from state and tour operators. Next slide.
Similarly, in an effort to create awareness among pilgrims on how to take advantage of the Situation Room, NAHCON works in collaboration with other stakeholders, such as the states and service providers.
So for the issue of Mishair, what we do is we work in collaboration with a committee called the Help Desk. What we do is here in the ICT, this is more like an operation room where we have access to this information within the blink of an eye. Then on the field there, we have people who wear the same uniform that I'm wearing right now. They are on standby at various strategic locations. So what we do is immediately these people come across someone in distress, the first thing they do is if they can resolve the problem immediately, they tackle it. But if they need further assistance, they have access to this call center number. At one dial, they just reach out to the call center. And what the call center does, it routes the problem immediately to the concerned committee or party to just come to the aid of that person. We already know the strategic locations of these people, remind you. So we just ask the necessary parties to come to the aid of that person at that location.
As the Situation Room gradually improves the Hajj experience for pilgrims and officials, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, has taken steps to sustain the gains recorded and as well introduce new applications and upgrade the current ones for better tracking of pilgrims and monitoring of services.
There was no established.
And so, at the recent briefing by the different NAHCON operational committees for 2023 Hajj, the ICT unit highlighted its successes and the challenges faced.
The ideal call center, as we proposed, was the call center should have been deployed right from Umrah during Ramadan. That is what we propose. That when it's deployed during Ramadan, it will be reactivated during Hajj. But unfortunately, we did not get to achieve that this year. Instead, we went just a day to arrival of pilgrims in Mecca and then wanted to activate the call center, which we know is quite a daunting process. It almost took 2 weeks. So pilgrims have already started landing in Mecca, and at that time we were telling them it was not still ready. The call center contact line was not even ready at that time.
There were also challenges associated with the help desk.
The help desk is actually pilgrim assistant to assist the pilgrim in the field. As in either provide guide to the pilgrim, provide information to the pilgrim. The help desks are to do this using some also resources that are made available. We have the GPS app. The GPS app is supposed to give them real-time location to all strategic sites in the kingdom. But even that was not fully achieved because we were not able to pinpoint all the locations. We just got to Saudi at that time, whereby some accommodations were even changed, by the states. So we didn't get to do that. We only had some percentage of the accommodation pinpoint on the GPS app.
NAHCON adoption of ICT in its operations is to have a computer-based multifaceted solution for pilgrims' registration, flight, complaints, and health management systems. This has enabled the Commission to enhance its work at all times.
MashaAllah. Coming up next is making the Hajj. Keep watching.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك.
Drinking Zamzam water has its spiritual benefits. It is used for religious and other purposes as enjoined by Islam. In the course of the Hajj or Umrah, the Saudi government makes Zamzam available to pilgrims through taps and containers, particularly at the Haram masjids in Mecca and Madinatul Munawwara. What spiritual benefits are associated with Zamzam water?
This water, as you said, is beneficial to mankind. The Prophet ﷺ referred to it as the purest water on the earth. the most albarkated. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put barakah on it, and the most beneficial, so much so that it can be used as a sort of food. One can live on water of Zamzam. Ibn al-Qayyim said that I saw many people living in Mecca, they have nothing but water of Zamzam.
Zamzam water is a source of food and medication for its users.
It can also be used as a healing for those who are sick. And that's why you see pilgrims always put it in containers and take it as souvenirs. It now becomes a habit in Saudi Arabia that when a pilgrim comes, he has one bottle, I think, of 5 liters. It's already paid among our Hajj fares. So we take it back home so that our loved ones also will benefit from it.
The Islamic scholar further states that
the Prophet ﷺ said, Ma'u Zamzam lima shuribala. And this is the best benefit of Zamzam. Ma'u Zamzam lima shuribala. If you drink Zamzam for any purpose, Allah will grant you that purpose. Not only healing from sickness, but also your other prayers. So that's why when a pilgrim comes for Umrah or for Hajj, after performing the tawaf, he is also expected as a sunnah to go and drink Zamzam water. Sheikh Muhammad Nasiruddin al-Albani said he can also pour it on his head.
in addition to this, Professor Mansur Sokoto says the Quranic verses of Ayatul Shifa can be recited before drinking the Zamzam water. Similarly, Zamzam water can be used to perform ablution and for bathing in addition to other uses. But the Islamic scholar warns against diluting it with ordinary water.
Zamzam is Zamzam. You can use as little as you have. Not necessarily that you fill your belly with it. Even if it is 1, 2, 3 drops, you can use it. So no need to dilute it actually.
Professor Muhammad Mansur Sokoto calls on Muslims to seek more knowledge on how to perform the Hajj and Umrah.
Alhamdulillah. Now it's time to know the winner of last week's quiz and also the question for this week. Good luck.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Welcome to the quiz segment. The question in the last episode was, name the 2 muwaqit associated with Hajj. The correct answer is Miqatul Zaman and Miqatul Makan. The winner is Fauzia Abubakar from Plateau State. She provided the answer ahead of others. Fauzia Abubakar will be contacted on how NAHCON will reach her with the prize she won. A quiz winner will get 25,000 Naira cash prize. This is part of NAHCON's effort on social investment in Nigeria. Now to the quiz for this week, and the question is, name the period referred to as Miqatul Zaman. Again, name the period referred to as Miqatul Zaman. Text your answer to the number showing on your screen. The winner will be the first person whose correct answer is received. All answers should carry the name and location of sender. Good luck and happy viewing. Once again, good luck to you. Up next are your messages. Aminu Badamasi sent in the first message. It reads, Assalamu alaikum. I appreciate all those responsible for this great program. It is always educative. Nuruddin Jafar sent in the second message. It says, I commend NAHCON management for starting the 2024 Hajj preparations early. May Allah make it successful. This is where we draw the curtain on today's program. See you same time, same day next week with another edition of the program. But before we go, remember that you can send your messages, comments, observations and questions through our mobile phone number and other social media platforms. Once again, thanks for watching. Ma'asalam.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا